As I've said before, when you put the word space in front of any other word, you've automatically got a winning video game title. Additionally, when you use the word dungeon at the end of any video game title, you've also got an awesome game title. Try it. Just pick another word. How about Space Ninja or Ninja Dungeon? Hey, those both sound great to me. This is Space Dungeon for the Atari 5200 from 1983, not to be confused with Space Cavern on the Atari 2600. To quickly describe this game, it's like Robotron 2084 meets the scene in Star Wars when the Millennium Falcon arrives at Alderaan only to find out it's blown up. Because while this game doesn't look like much at first, once you get into it, it's a heart-pounding experience. Space Dungeon is a terrific arcade-style game on the 5200. It suffers from the Atari 5200 controllers, but not in the same way that most other games do. For starters, you need 2 Atari 5200 controllers to play this game. That right there makes it annoying because to find one 5200 controller that works is hard enough. But fortunately, you're not hammering away at buttons in this game. All you need is the joysticks, because it has Robotron 2084 style controls. You move around with the left joystick and aim the direction of your fire with the right joystick. Sounds great in theory, but I quickly suffer from controller fatigue while playing this game because it's so intense and so much fun, it just burns out my thumb muscles after a while because I'm holding the controllers in a very awkward position, which is different than any other joystick. Because the 5200 joysticks are fairly tall for thumbsticks if you use them as thumbsticks, so you're really stretching your thumbs up there to get them. Now, originally this was packed with a controller holder, which supposedly made it easier to play this game, but I don't have that. I only have the game cartridge and the instruction manual. Anyway, if you like space arcade-style games and you like Robotron, you really want to play Space Dungeon. I'm surprised I've never heard much about this game. It was originally an arcade machine, and as far as I know, the only home console version is on the 5200. Let me explain what's going on. You're playing as the green wagon wheel looking thing, and I'll read from the instruction manual. You're the commander of a space archaeological expedition to a planet that scientists believe was a world virtually parallel to our own. Now, it's gone. All gone. Except for the widely scattered pieces of planetary rock that the archaeologists on board consider their treasures. Pompous scientists. The information contained in those cosmic chunks could be vital for Earth's survival. However, your task won't be that easy. There are powerful cosmic enemies who are quite determined that you never get back alive. Death squares, guards, enforcers, thieves, executioners, spore cases, and pikers. Psychic scientists speculate that these enemies are the negative forces that eventually annihilated the planet. Now they are poltergeists, evil ghosts, trapped in a space dungeon that both imprison them in their own rage while storing the planet's secret treasures in its multi-tiered antechambers. That may be one of the best video game plots I've ever heard. While watching the gameplay, you may have noticed that anything that moves is an enemy. You shoot everything in this game, and occasionally you'll find stuff that looks like treasure that you collect, and then it goes into that square or rectangle, whatever, in the top left of the screen. You collect mad bonus points for each one of those treasures that you bring back to the collect bonus room. There's a map on the top middle of this screen that shows you many things. Most importantly, it shows you where you are, it shows what rooms you've already visited, and it shows you where the collect bonus room is. Space Dungeon has that awesome arcade-style risk versus reward gameplay. Do you explore every room and collect every treasure, knowing that you may enter a room filled with enemies that overwhelm you, causing you to lose all of your treasure, or do you just try to survive, because you're also scored for shooting enemies? And when your ship is destroyed, you drop all of your treasure in that room. You can make your way back there and collect that treasure, but it could be dangerous, and you might lose a spaceship. I think you see where I'm going with this. It's just an awesome game. And even with the awkward controller configuration and the fact that this game suffers from slowdown when the screen is full of enemies, Space Dungeon is one of the best games on the Atari 5200. And while I've never seen the arcade machine, I can only imagine that it's awesome. Because if you actually played this game with like real arcade joysticks, it would be amazing. I'm so close to an extra life here, I just need to get back to the bonus room. Let's see if I can make it. Damn it, now I dropped all of my treasure. Now seriously, if I had real controls in this game, that'd have been no problem, but it is awkward with the 5200 controllers. Maybe it works better with the controller holder. Also, you earn 10,000 points if you can visit every room on a level, which as you may imagine gets far more challenging with each level. It's Space Dungeon. Love the name of this game, Space Dungeon. Dungeons in space.